Hey, what's going on, family? Welcome to my channel, Underrated Dogs. Yours truly, the underrated one, the number one banger. Hit you with another one. This is the Underrated Mulkbang 7. Got some good for the family. Let me put the link out. Sorry, I'm a little late. I apologize for that. Hold on a second. Go, Professor. Okay. There goes the link right there. Put the link up, so just come on in. No, that's not it. Oh, shoot. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'm back, fam. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Mm. I'm here, fam. I'm here. No. Okay. Okay, here goes the link. Here goes the link. Everybody want to come up? Go, Professor. Come on. No, you want to see it. Welcome, Rashid. Go, Professor. DJ Bad News. LaShawn Jefferson. Good. Thanks for coming, family. Thanks for coming. There goes the link right there. And also, I got dessert too. Got dessert too. It's right in the freezer. Thanks for sharing it out, Go Professor. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Oh, I forgot to share this. Let's see. Who wants to see my food? Who wants to see my food? Who wants to see my food? Welcome to Underrated Mulkbang number 7. Yeah. Welcome to my channel, The Underrated Dark is yours truly, the underrated one, the number one grinder. If you new, press the if you new, hope sub to my channel. Oh yeah, when y'all come in, hit the like and share it. Very much appreciate it. So okay, I got you. Oh, it's in the 10-minute mark. Okay. Who wants to see my food now? Let me get 3 ones. Cause I can't wait. I gotta try to eat this. Let me say my prayers. Amen. Okay. This is my own salad. Underneath, I put cabbage. I mean, got lettuce. Underneath, you see the cabbage. I slice up some turkey. Right here is cashew nuts, and this is chop up beef sausages. The drink, oh, the drink. Oh, let me move this up. The drink, I put a little vanilla rum, orange. I mean coconut, pineapple. Then I add some fruit punch to it. This is the drink. Oh, oh. Say it again. This is the drink. Then I put some vinaigrette salad dressing. Mmm, tastes good too. If y'all see my food, press one. You see my food, press one. Tastes good, y'all. Tastes good. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. Wow, it tastes good. Mm. Again, welcome to my channel, Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the underrated one, the number one grinder. Glad you're here. The Underrated Mulkbang 7. We show it again. Lettuce, carrots, sprinkle of vinaigrette salad dressing, cashew nuts, and and cut up beef sauces. The drink is vanilla rum, sprinkling with coconut, orange coconut, and some fruit punch. That's the drink. When some more people come up, come on through. Mm-mm-mm. If y'all can hear me, press one. Y'all can hear me, press one. Where everybody at? Want to know where everybody at? Hmm? You finally got it, Ebo Sosa. Thanks for coming. Welcome to the Underrated Mulkbang 7. Welcome, my brother. You want to come up? There goes the link right there if you want. Mm. It's good too. Let me show you my food, Ebo Sosa. This is homemade. Underneath is lettuce. You see some chips, carrots. After that, some turkey. Give it on top. That's cut up green. Cut up. I'm sorry. After that, some cashew nuts. Then after that, on top, and cut up sauces, beef sauces, and a drink I made for myself. This is I add vanilla rum, apple coconut juice, and top it off with some fruit punch. That's what you get. Warrior. That's how I do it. Yeah, yeah. That's how underrated get down. That's how I get down. Yep. Brother, if you want to come up, feel free. The link is right there. You want to come up? Yeah. Yep. It's good too, bro. Really, boy. There he is.
What's going on, brother?
Fine, I got you. Tell me get you. Tell me get you up here some later.
Oh yeah, man. I was gonna slide through one of these days, man. I just be real busy with this job, man, any downtime I have, I got to just get it in some kind of way,
Yeah, I
whatever.
understand.
Yeah.
I
How
get
you
it. I
doing?
get it. Now I'm all right, man. I'm all right. I'm good.
That's what's up. Good, good. Yeah, man. Taking a little brain break right now. Probably going to do the same thing you doing here in a second. Go ahead and fix me a good plate and something sweet to drink, something. And
Yeah, man. You
yeah,
know,
I'm oh yes, yes sir. There it is.
homemade,
But
though. This
yeah, man, I
homemade
got
right
this
here.
book. Oh yes, yeah,
Huh?
yeah. We got some watermelon wine in there, man. I got from up in the mountains from this vendor, man. I can't wait to try it. Well, I tried it yesterday, but I
Watermelon.
don't really know nothing how it
Watermelon.
tasted because I fell right to sleep. Yeah,
I
watermelon
can't.
wine, man.
I can't stand my watermelon, man.
No, oh
I
man.
can't. I can't drink. I can't drink it. When my parents were living, they used to force me to eat that. I can't do that. I can't do it no more, man. I can't do it, man. Yo, more for you,
Yeah.
dog. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Hey, I can relate, man. I didn't like it as a child. I didn't. It would make me nauseous. That and cantaloupe, it would make me
Cantaloupe too.
nauseous. No,
You
yeah,
put a
yeah. I
cantaloupe.
couldn't
You
deal
put
with
a
it.
cantaloupe. You put a cantaloupe in front of
Now,
me. They say you gonna be starved for the rest of the night. I just be starved the rest of the night. I'm not eating that cantaloupe. Nope. I don't care if a woman she say yeah.
hell yeah.
If you do something for me, if you eat it, I give you some. And so well, I just have to be ass out then because I'm not eating it. I just have to be ass out that night. I can't eat that.
Yeah,
I I
yeah,
can't do it.
right.
I can't.
I feel you.
I can't do it.
I feel you, brother. I feel you. I used to be the same way. Was that? Like I said, cantaloupe. I didn't dig no hot dogs, none of that stuff, man. I would
None of
just
the
let it
hot
sit
dogs.
there. Nah, I couldn't
Mm.
deal with it. But yeah, man. But big man, I got this book, man. It's really good. Well, I'm just cracking it open. This right here,
Okay.
right? Tim Wise, White Like Me,
Okay.
right? And just talking. Well, it says reflections on race from a privileged son. And basically, I'm gonna dive into this because I want to do this content that I've been sitting on for a couple of months called the four
Uh-huh.
stereotypes of white people. And
Mm.
it ain't no racist rants or anything. It's just giving my perception and take on what I've grown to understand and
Yeah.
identify as Caucasians here in the United States. From living
Mm-hmm.
over in the South to the Midwest, I
Mm-hmm.
lived in Chicago, from Chicago originally, and now I'm in California. And there's
Oh.
definitely different types, different states of
Uh-huh.
mind, and so yeah, I'm trying to get educated here. And but yeah, if you ever get a chance, pick it up. If you dig a good read, man,
Okay.
no doubt.
Definitely. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, man.
But what I gotta ask you, what is mukbang mean?
Okay. Mukbang means that the people they sometimes they get the food from the restaurant, right?
Hmm.
And they show it. Tell them how good it
Uh,
is. Now sometimes I just heard some people get paid to doing that too. There are
wow.
some companies they call them up. Will you sponsor my food? Sometimes they send it
Hmm.
or they give them like some money to buy it and then they show it. Or there are
Okay,
some
okay.
people, yeah, like that. But see, for me, my mukbangs, all my mukbangs come on my pocket. I my creative juice to it, and voila.
Hmm. There we go. Yeah, I've heard that word a few times. I'm like, what the hell is that? Some kind of new term that because shit, it took me a long time to even understand what incel meant. I mean, I kind of knew what it revolved around, when we talk
Yeah.
about that kind of thing, but I
Uh-huh.
just learned that the technical definition of it is involuntarily celibate. I'm like, what? Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brothers, you celibate, man.
Still
Just say
kind
you
of new.
celibate, man. Stop fronting like you getting something you
Exactly.
ain't, man. Stop fronting, dog.
I mean, it ain't nothing wrong with that, man. I mean, and then it seems to be tied into the brothers that be hating on the females, and I just don't get that. I mean, just come out and say you gay. Just if you hate women, what do you like?
Oh, no, just say you getting in the butt. All right, no problem, dog. We understand.
Yeah, that's on you. Do you stay over there with that? So,
Right, exactly. You want Donkey Kong on your city, you know what I'm saying? That's on you. You keep that on this side.
right. Nah, man, nah.
I don't
But
get it
yeah,
either,
I'm
man.
I'm I'm learning, getting familiar with the terms and identifying a lot of these brothers, man, and because I really stick to the pride lens. I don't journey out much as far as content creators. I've tried, and I,
Uh-huh.
I end up wanting to punch the screen, man. Because the sucker shit they be saying, and
You know what
uh,
somebody told me?
hopefully, what's that?
Oh, no, you go finish. I tell you.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, hopefully, with whatever developments in this next year happens, something changes, man, and everybody starts getting on the same page because it's sickening. It's sickening how
It is.
we got the brothers like yourself and Angry Man and all this whole sector around this side, and then you got, I don't even know what kind of brothers these are. I mean, they spending money buying appliances and talking about determining putting height on people's value and incels and I just stay away from that shit, man. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but
What's
what were
up,
you gonna say,
community?
brother?
No, no, no. Before I said, let me say, how's our community solutions on the way always eating? Because you know why? Because I'm the fucking underrated. I could do that. I buy my dip, my own labor in this motherfucker. I eat. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the things I eat. You got it. When you fix something, you gotta enjoy it. So of course
That's
I'm gonna
right.
eat. So community solutions, there's a link right there. If you want to come up with me and Ebo Sosa, he got a great channel, y'all. Check out the brother Stub. He keeps it real,
Oh
man.
man, thank you,
Yo,
thank you very
support the
much,
brother,
man.
man. Or I'm gonna do like Evil Soda. I'm
I
punch you. I'm
apologize.
punching through the screen, man. I'm gonna knock you out. Nah,
Well,
but
man,
support the
my
brother. But
apologies
support the
for the lack
brother
of
though,
energy.
man. On the real, y'all. Go wherever you can.
Likewise.
Ebo Sosa. Make sure you subscribe to
Hey,
him and
thank you. Salute.
participate. All right. He got some great stuff for brothers, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Inspiration. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need a little kick in your ass.
I
Inspiration.
try, man.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
try. I
And
try. I
brother,
try to keep it straight, bloody raw.
but I'm gonna tell you like this
And
though, on a real though, it's an
mhm.
honor to have you on the panel though. It really is. I
Really,
much love, yo,
damn, brother,
much love,
thank you.
yo, much love, yo. Yo. When you really get to know me, when I said I support the brothers, I'm talking about I support the brothers, man. You don't have to have this, but long as you keep on pushing, I got you, yo. I'm old school, dog. I'm old school. I'm with the
Hey, I'm the
brothers. I'm with
same
the
way.
brothers, man. I don't
Yes,
half
me too.
step it. I don't care. I don't see. I'm one of the few brothers right here. I don't care. You make six figures or like that. Nah, you could be blue collar doing your thing. That's me right here, dog.
Yeah, yeah, man. I mean, that's hey, we are not. Look, we all in the same boat together when it comes to where we live and what we are perceived as. It don't matter how much money you make or where you live, how big your
Mhm.
damn house is, what kind of car you drive. We all the same. So
If you
it
live in an
really
apartment,
will behoove brothers to listen to what you say.
right?
Yep,
If
damn
you live in
right.
an apartment like
I'm the
me,
same
I
way.
live
I'm
in an
for the
apartment.
brothers.
Right? If I live in an apartment, it's not. It doesn't mean that this me right here. I'm pushing. You know what I'm saying? Respect my
Hmm.
grind, dog. I'm doing so. I live by myself.
Exactly.
I'm grinding.
See,
I'm doing something right.
not many men can say
Hmm.
that nowadays.
You
That's
know,
right.
you know what I
That's
noticed
right.
about the in my travels, the people that I've known that have had a lot of money, like a lot of money, like millionaires, they can't even sleep at
Hmm.
night. I mean, they got
Mhm.
so much stress. You know,
Yeah.
I'm far from rich, but I can sleep at night. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I pay my little bills and whatever I have left. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I
Mhm.
think that when it comes to this quote unquote, I came in on the middle of the conversation. But
Mm-hmm.
when I hear about this quote unquote high value stuff like that, um, it's all relative. It really just depends on how you take care of your family, how you the biggest thing, you know, how the things that are important. You know what I'm saying? Do your
Mm-hmm.
kids know you? Because I know some filthy rich people that's like trash. So that, you know, that's not a character thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I think the one thing you did wrong, though, let me tell you what you did wrong.
What?
You didn't introduce yourself. That's the problem. You're flaking now. Introduce yourself.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey.
I'm Community Solutions. I apologize. That's rude.
Yeah, it's rude.
Yeah.
It's very rude. It is.
Hey,
Very rude.
but look,
Stop
look, I
that.
knew
Bad,
what that was though.
bad
You just
black
jumped in and it
woman.
was like
Bad
perfect, you know.
black woman to you.
All right now.
I ain't afraid of you. I don't care.
Yeah, you scared.
Who you
You
who you
scared.
vote? I bet you voted for bet you voted for Biden, did you?
I'm a vote splitter. I've been
Okay.
independent since the 90s.
I just
That
messing with
sister,
you.
that real sister that was on the ballot that I didn't hear nothing about, that's who I voted for. I was like that 0.08% that voted
Hey,
for
hey,
her.
hey, check it out. I better be careful, y'all, Ebo Sosa and community sources. They might say, you see, underrated, he picking on community sources. You see, he picking on a sister. We gotta protect her. Black women, magic. We better protect her. Black, oh, Ebo Sosa, he amping them up. You see that? I'm telling you, that's how sick we are, man. I'm telling y'all, man. But I'm gonna tell you like this: you come after me, I'm gonna chop your
You're
fucking
right
head
though.
off.
But you know, I don't do gender war.
I
I
know
don't
that,
do a gender
but
war.
you know what I'm saying. You know, Ebo Sosa. We see things, did we? We hear things. You know they will say something like that. Oh, two men jumping on her. Look at
Hey
that.
man,
She's so vulnerable.
You
What
know
what
I
are you
ain't
talking
scared of
about?
you. Underrated. You know I ain't scared of you. You know
I
my
ain't scared of
background.
you
You know how
either.
rough my
Right,
family is. You know
right.
me
What I'm saying.
personally.
Right, exactly. But no, no, but do you understand what I'm
You're a
saying, though,
pussycat
sis?
compared to some of the folk I
Now,
grew up
yo, I
with.
ain't know. Yo, listen, I'm from New York. I ain't no fucking pussycat now.
Listen, you know, listen.
Don't put me out there like I'm a soft banana now,
No, no,
yo,
no.
oh
But
man,
listen, you know,
yo, like I told this old guy one time, he was like running his mouth. I said, yo, dog, don't get it twisted. You see me like in the tide, something, yo. I take you, twig your ass up, dog. Don't get it
I
twisted
know
now.
how y'all had to leave a house and fight. Yeah, we had to do it too in LA. South Central LA at that. Crenshaw and West
Don't
Boulevard,
don't let
Slauson.
this face don't let this face fool you. 54-year-old, yeah, you got a little egg,
I ain't too far from it.
yo, son, I give you some of these, dog. You gonna feel it, dog. Right now, dog.
All right, New York.
Oh, now you,
Are you
damn, you,
54 underrated?
yes, sir,
You 54?
yes, sir.
Damn.
Black don't crack.
Yeah. Let me. I hope to get like you when I'm that age, brother. My goodness,
Yo, bro, listen to me.
man.
I
Yeah,
thanks for the
community. I'm not
compliment.
too far from you. I'm in the IE.
Listen, trust me. I appreciate the compliment, but when you get up in the when sometimes you get in the morning, you be feeling say, "God dang, what the hell? What's going on?" Act like
Yeah.
boy want to throw some bang in that motherfucker. Like yo, feel like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Tin Man, like
Take
the
a
Tin
stand in the
Man.
big game.
Quick, 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 quick. All right, that's good.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
do.
man. Yeah.
No
Go
man, no,
here,
but
go there. You know. Yeah, man. I
yeah,
know.
but I'm gonna tell you though, I lost a lot of brothers in the wars, man, throughout the years I came up, man. They ain't see like 25, 30.
Yeah.
And at least I could say, like, despite that my younger brother passed away, you know what I'm saying? Like last year, everybody else, all my brothers is over 50.
Mhm.
And that's a blessing, you know what I mean? But trust me,
Yeah.
I lost a lot of good people in my lifetime. Good people.
Yeah.
that it's not their fault, it's the system. I'm telling you, let me tell you, and so when people talking about, oh, it doesn't bother, it bothers me a lot, man. That's why, like, I go hard for our brothers, man. I do, man. I go hard, man. That's all I know. I go hard for our people. Don't get me wrong and everything, but I go hard for my brothers, man, because I see they get taken out. I see in my own eyes actually getting taken out.
Yeah.
And it stays with you, though.
Yes, they do. But either they getting taken out by somebody else, or they getting taken up by themselves with
Hmm.
how they perceive
And so,
existence, man.
right,
We was talking.
and
You was
some of
talking
the
about just
right,
now,
and
underrated.
yep. No, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think I got lag on my phone or something, man. But no, I was just going to say that you hit something real hard on the head just a minute ago when you were talking about how people would jump on you for going on it or perceiving them on sister. We live in a hypersensitive society right now, bro, and you can't say or do anything without somebody getting mad and calling you some kind of or saying you have an ism of some kind of type or something, So yeah, this shit. That's why I'm with you. I stick to the brothers. I stick to the pride lands and brothers that are like minded, like yourself. Angry Man, Community
I
Solutions. You in L.A. I'm in the IE, so I already know what kind of things going on. I salute both of y'all.
No, I'm in
uh,
Louisiana now. I moves around. I'm in Louisiana, about to leave here too.
Oh, no doubt,
Yeah. But no, I
no
spent
doubt.
most of my life in LA
Right
and
on,
was
right on.
born in Louisiana. Yeah.
but I do appreciate Evo Social. You put me in that
Yeah.
class. I appreciate that because
Oh, no doubt.
I don't get that no right. I don't. So I appreciate you put me in that class. It makes me let me know that I'm doing something right. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. It means a
Oh
lot to
yeah, I
me,
give
man.
credit
That
where credit is due, brother.
okay.
So what is your channel about,
Indeed.
Ebo Sosa? I
Well, I'm
I
going to cut
haven't
on
heard of
out,
you.
man, because I'm gonna get this.
Hold on. You didn't say hi to me.
My
You didn't
channel.
say you like the food or nothing.
I just came
Community.
I just came in. I slid in the middle
Yo,
going to the end.
I'm tired of your down south always be slid in.
Listen,
Once you slid in and see the food, you talking about manners, right?
well, I tell you what. Send me what you eating. Send me a pic and then I'll tell you I'll give you the info.
Now you see you acting that black magic shit, and you asking too much now. You gonna be in it? I mean, yeah, too much. Can't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? You want me to be Donald Trump? You know, don't I can't be that. No. Gotta be order up in here. Now, do you want to see the food before you ask my brother Evo Sosa about his thing?
Yeah, well, yeah, you can see me. You can show me the food. Show me the food, underrated. Show me the food so I can please you. Oh, great one.
Oh, great one. I like that. I ain't hear no great from one time.
Oh, did it?
Now, when the brother said you great, hey, yeah, listen, you got a broken feet, you got a broken wrist or something. Then don't say that shit. Now, I ain't with that. But for you, I'm gonna show you my food because you twist my arm, you're gonna curse me out and everything, and I want to have you. Okay, I'm gonna make lettuce underneath, then carrots, chip carrots on top, and then on top of that, that's cashew nuts.
Whew.
Then after that, cut up beef sauces, all that. Now the drink. The drink is I put a little vanilla rum in it. I add
Mm.
orange, no, not orange. I'm sorry, coconut, pineapple, and I add a little fruit punch into it.
Okay. Alrighty.
Lord.
So
Now you can go ask him about the channel.
okay, Mr. Ebo Sosa. Now that I've got his blessing, what is your channel about? You in that manosphere stuff where y'all talking about some of these channels? They got good content, but all they talk about is dating and sex.
No. I don't revolve around that, sister. My thing is, I really don't have a title as far as what my channel is about. I just kind of go off the cuff a lot, but it seems to be a theme on my channel that represents the brothers who are married. I do understand that a lot of brothers here are not really fans of marriage, given the fact that there's so many horror stories. And I have been through a divorce, so I know what they're saying is true. Although, even though that is, what happens out here, I am still not one to succumb to. Oh, I'm just gonna damn marriage to hell. No, I think there's a certain way that a brother has to develop and evolve in order to really maintain himself within the marriage
Hmm.
from going through these issues that a lot of brothers go through in marriage. And I try to talk about those things. I try to talk about brothers getting right as far as perceive certain things and how to fortify themselves so that when that thing goes, that they don't fall victim to their own egos.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a lot of anti-marriage, but
yeah,
the
it's
baby
cool.
mama, baby daddy stuff ain't working. We got to figure something else out.
Nah,
Okay.
yeah,
N-
yeah. And my content is far and few though because I got a grueling work schedule. I'm trying to maintain some things, and so my content it trickles in, but I do try to make sure that when I do content that is very impactful.
Yeah, yeah, mine too. My channel is scant. I got to start. I'm collaborating with people, so I got to start putting some stuff up there, or else
Yeah,
folks
Yeah.
are gonna forget about me. But I'm like you. I'm real, real busy. Very busy.
Mm.
yeah, yeah.
All right then. Well, you take care of yourself, man. I'll go
So,
over to your channel. You
yeah,
go over
man.
to
I
mine.
got to skid out of
And
here, y'all.
okay then.
Indeed, you'll get
Okay.
a
Now we're
you'll
gonna
get a
like,
sub.
yo, what
Underrated,
up,
man. Thank you
C?
for having me on, man. I'm gonna get back to reading
All
this
right.
book.
You're
What's
welcome, and you're welcome anytime.
All right, brothers. Y'all take care and
You
salute.
too. All right now.
All right. Peace to
Salute
you,
to
bud.
I can't see who that is.
That's Rashid. That's Sheed
All
right
right,
there.
brothers.
All
his
right.
name? His name Ebo Soul. Okay,
Don't
I'll
see.
subscribe to your channel. Huh?
All right, brother. All right. I'll holler at y'all later.
All right.
All
Peace,
right.
bro.
Okay.
Oh, let me know what that watermelon wine tastes, bro. All
Oh man,
right.
it's gonna have me sleeping in a minute when I get done.
All
All right now.
right, baby. All right. Now we got Sheed in the house. How you feel, brother?
What's going on, man? Just like that brother was talking about, I actually just started a channel. It's not the whole war on manosphere crime stuff. Like I said, I mean, just like the guy just said, I'm married, so my perspective is, how can we make this thing work and start the family empire build back up? And I'm one of the rare few brothers that's in this space. It'd probably be few, but I haven't heard that's married, and my wife, she had kids, so I actually married a baby mama. So that's kind of
Uh huh.
shocking to most people, you know,
Yeah.
and it's frowned upon. But like I said, when I got my wife, she pretty much checked everything off on the list. She came with the package deal though, so it
Yeah.
was it was a give or take situation, and I took
Right.
it. You know, and
Mm-hmm.
I try to encourage guys, to look outside, because if you want a good woman, which most guys always say they want a good woman, and I talked about this earlier on a person's channel, that if a woman checks off all the qualifications that you want, but the issue of having the kids, are you willing to sacrifice, because basically me and my friend talked about this pretty much. It's having more responsibility. When you date a woman with kids, you just put more responsibility on you, and that's it. I mean, other than that, it's just like a regular relationship, even if she didn't have the kids. But the responsibility of dealing with her, you have to deal with those kids. That's why most guys, when I hear them messing with chicks, and they be like, "Man, that little knucklehead boy or girl, that ain't my kid," but you're dating them. That's why I never, if I kind of clarify when I talk to people that I have step kids, because I have a 21 and nope, I'm sorry, 22 and a 20-year-old. So they
Mm-hmm.
always say, "Dang, you 30." They say you about 38, well 37, 38 with a 22-year-old, and they be like, "Man, you started early." Nah,
Mm-hmm.
my wife. These are my wife kids, but they might. Well, okay, we know the gist, but the whole thing of it is it's a conversation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say this that oh sorry. I would say this that for me, you know, like I said, I was married one time, it didn't work out. And and I've been through my experience. Um and you're right, you say we gotta think outside the box too. But I'm saying that like the man gotta think outside the box, the woman gotta think outside the box too. It's gotta take two.
Yeah.
It's gotta work. It can't work because I say that because earlier it was a channel that I passed through, and it was like this woman would ask, he's like she was anti-black men. I
Mm-hmm.
don't need no man, because he voted for Trump. But you voted for Trump too, right?
Who,
Okay,
me?
so what is you talking about?
Oh, yeah.
And so we got to cover both sides. You know what I'm saying? So, but I can say one thing that I would let it never get in the way to that I could love a black woman. Nah, you know what I mean? Nah, that's not my experience. I don't let it hamper me. I don't let it let it be a standstill. I just know with certain I know with certain ones I need to stay away of personal experience. But
Yeah.
I would never say that all black women is bad because not true. Because there's quite a few black women know what's going on. And they are fighting and know what's going on. Just like they know what's going on with Kamala Harris. Yeah, I ain't gonna go. I want to go in Kamala Harris, but I ain't gonna do it. If Biden, I ain't gonna do it tonight. I'm gonna try not to. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try
Yeah.
not to. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go.
Yeah.
But I would say this that they know what time it is, and like brothers like us and everything, they don't like it either. And so those are ones I will protect. There's
Yeah.
some that you could protect, and there's some that you just deal you can't you just let them be. So I let it be. So there I say some of our people they're not going to get what we talk about on the panel and even in the chat. They don't want to change. They don't want to mobilize. So the way I look at this, let them be what they be. Let them rock. Well, I look at.
Because Kevin deals with that, with a lot of women. They want to remain the same, and they want, like, when it comes down to it, everybody wants the best out of life. But you got to
Mm-hmm.
understand, you got to make sacrifices, and you got to be willing to change. You know,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people want all the reward, but they're not willing to put in the sacrifice. And the biggest thing about Kevin's channel that I look at with a lot of women that get on there, they want the cheat code.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to put in the work. They want to
Right.
find the most. It's like the fastest way to the finish line between the tortoise and the tortoise and the hare. You know, you
Mm-hmm.
can be fast. You can get there the fast way because you know what you're doing. You know how to run and jump, get there real quick, or take your time and go on and get there. It's all up to
Yeah.
you. And a lot of women, they look at it as, you know, if I can just get this guy that's making this money and he's is in power and doing all this, I want that now. Versus this longevity of putting in a whole bunch of time, seeing this guy when he's at his low, and for me to actually work with him and achieve stuff. They don't want to do that
Mm-hmm.
because it's the easier way to actually go to the finish line than actually take that time and put in that work. And that's in most
Mm-hmm.
cases, men are the same way. You know, it comes down to it. Guys complain about certain things with women, but it's like dealing with a woman with kids is like a ready-made family. Most
Mm-hmm.
guys who at an older age, they want kids. That's like pretty much the best way to get a ready-made family to the point where, you know, you kind of went over your prime to a certain extent to where, you know, you didn't have a child at a certain age. So now this woman has kids and you can go ahead and reap the benefits of working with her, or you can just go ahead and get a woman that's single. It's up to you. You can always adopt whatever you want to do. But the whole thing is, taking the time and the effort and willing to change, sacrifice. If you see a woman that has all the criterias, but she has an attitude, you got to deal with that attitude. I don't, because in my case, that's one of my biggest pet peeves. If I can't have a understanding woman, I'm not dealing with her. When it comes to weight, all that stuff can be changed. A person can lose the weight. Most guys want the women to lose the weight, but they don't want to put in the work to work with them. You know
Oh.
that comes from the love of being with that person. That
Mhm.
takes when you're married and she gains that weight, you can work with her. But if you
Yeah.
dealing with a woman that you mess with that has that weight, and she's got to be willing to do it. You know your woman over time to where if she gains that baby fat, you can say, "Let's go to the gym." And nah, come on, let's go. Me and you,
I think.
we're gonna hit this. We're gonna hit these squats. We're gonna do all
Mhm.
this. We
Yeah.
putting in the work.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Ebo Sosa sent me a super chat. Thank you. I think he sent me some thank you. Thanks for the super chat. I just seen it. Thank you so much. I think it's you. Whoever said it. Thank you for the super chat. I really, excuse me. I really appreciate. Community solutions. Do you want to jump in? I know you want to jump in.
No, basically, well, actually, I was on Erica Williams. I like her channel last night, and she talks a lot of business. That's the young lady that has the trucking business and
Mhm.
does real estate too. And she was talking about kids and how women can set themselves up for older age with kids, and that I've been in the hood too long, but I've seen some folk with kids and it don't work out. And I've
Mhm.
seen people when you have kids and you are from the woman's side of the perspective, when you have kids and you ain't covered, you got to work 4 or 5 jobs and stuff like that. It's just I told her, I said, sis, it ain't worth it. I say what I'll do for my old age, give me a big house and just give me some other old people. So at least I know I'm not sitting in there dead for years for anybody notice I'm gone. But I do try to participate in community activities to where people do check on me. So, like when a hurricane is coming here, I got a lot of people calling to see if I'm okay. That lets me know. That's how you know when you contributing with people concerned about you. But far as that's concerned, I'm not concerned. But it's like I was telling you that I'm all relationshiped out. It's just it's very very draining. So yeah, so I'm not worried about that. That's not a concern for me.
Okay, good. Okay. Oh, Ebo Sosa, that was you. He's thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, thank you. That's the highest ever guy in a long time too. Said thanks
Yep.
for having me, brother. Push on success. I appreciate. Oh, thank you so much. I am so humble. Thank you so much, Ebo Sosa. Yo, I say email. Sub to my brother Ebo Sosa. Check out his content. He got great content for brothers. Inspiration, please. Let's support. We gotta support the interest now. Gotta support the interest. So, all right, go ahead, bro.
Yeah. Community. I wanted to ask. Have you ever thought about adopting?
I raised children and was responsible for children since I was about 8.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I have see when you have like draining people, it has a tendency to wear you out. And also, when a woman is placed in a position of a provider for the family, it has a tendency to wear you out. That's why you see a lot of women who are the oldest child in the family don't have children because because you have to kind of skip over childhood to become a provider, to step in a role that's really not your role to take, especially as a girl child. So
Yeah.
no, not really. I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything because my family lets me know that, they I understand how um how taking care of children is. I know exactly what it is. I know what I'm missing out on. And men have a tendency not to know because they can just leave, you know. But in the black community is set up as a matriarchy. So you have women who will have children who will just think that it's the other women's job in the family to take care of them. So even though you might not be able to afford it or it's a hardship on you, so what it does is it kind of and that's why you're seeing more and more black women who are childless. They just get a dog, like Kevin said, just get a dog. you know.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah. Yep, that's understandable because I know in most cases I think it was Roland Martin. He
Oh,
adopted I think his family, his
it,
niece or
it,
somebody to actually come stay with him.
yeah.
And I was just looking at that being an option, but you've already
Yeah, but
had your
Roland Martin
structure.
is wealthy.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not. See,
that's
see,
yeah,
you got to look at it from a standpoint of economics and how a child can be a hardship for people who don't have the money to uh really afford it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And I come from people who in the South in Louisiana, I come from people who know how to make it, who they farmed and stuff, they own their land and stuff, but they had men in the house. So it made a difference. It wasn't the women trying to lug it by themselves. So when we look at these celebrities and things adopting and Angelina and all them going to other countries adopting, yeah, these folks is rich. It's not a problem. But for us, and you trying to feed the ones you got, and then to bring some, and I do try to, like, I got a toy drive coming up for the kids in the community. I'm in South Baton Rouge, and I do try to do things, but I have to limit myself as I get older. I have to limit myself because it can be kind of like a hardship, and that kind of wears on your soul and your physical body.
Yeah. By another 10 to 15 minutes, I'm gonna bring the dessert out. So stay tuned for that. I'll probably show my food out for maybe 2 or 3 more times before that. Then I'm gonna wrap it up. Then we're gonna keep this conversation going, and that's how it's going to be. Oh, I did earlier the underrated afternoon talk, and it was very good. Oh yeah, and thank you so much, Community Solutions to um to um to post that for me, please, on Facebook. But I appreciate that.
No problem. I'll post this one too.
Oh, thank you. Now you're nice to me. Okay, that's good. I gotta be cat because she gonna beat me up, y'all. She put hands on men.
No, I don't.
Yes, you. Yes, she do.
Well, yeah,
Mean.
I can be real mean. I can be real mean, but that comes from,
Thank you, thank you.
yeah, no, it's
You-
true. It's true. You could be hardship creates a bitchy. Women get bitchy behind that stuff.
That's
You
right.
know, that's what that is. If I
That's
was
right.
relaxing and on the beach and going to the spa, what problems do I have? You know what I'm saying?
That's why I'm being very careful to say hi to. You notice I'm being very slow to say hi. Because I know she. What you say on the radio? Okay, I'm sorry. I go bad rules on you, so I'm sorry. Okay, I'm being very careful. Got to sometime, man. I mean, who want to get a black eye? On social media. Like damn, like I see you got a black eye, man. Like, I see. She has to be from Louisiana. She gave you a nice sign. I said, oh, like that. All right, well, you ain't have to
Yeah,
tell.
they kind of rough down here. That's true.
Jack, there you go. See, I know what I'm talking about. You think I don't know what I'm talking? I know exactly what I'm talking about. Mhm. Now I just mess around. But all jokes aside, though, y'all, y'all need to when she start putting content on the channel, you need to check her out. She be represent for our people, for our people, Excuse me. Good to go. She good people. She really is. Very in tune what's going on and everything. Not about, oh, if a woman is wrong, she gonna let you know that you're wrong. Man's wrong, let him know a man is wrong. So, but other than that, she there for our people, and we need to salute sisters like you. The thanks to be there for our people, even despite the hardships that you had overcome. So we salute you on this channel.
I appreciate that, bro. I really appreciate that.
'Cause these some of these sisters, man, they woo. And let me ask you a question. Matter of fact, and I'm not picking on sisters, and Sheed, I want you to jump into this too. Why sisters that are married, right? You talking about black men, that what they need to do, but you married.
Um, I don't know. I have a couple of them Facebook friends. One hit, she promotes marriage, which is good. Promotes marriage for young women and stuff like that. Um, I think that people kind of see how the community is falling apart and how the families are falling apart, and how this, like I told you, this baby mama, baby daddy stuff ain't working.
Hmm.
It's a lot of men don't really know the hardship that women carry when they're alone with children, and so um that could be why you're seeing that, because I don't know, married people might look at it from a perspective that their children have to deal with these other little children that y'all ain't raising. I don't know. I don't know. I
Okay.
look at it. I look at it. You know, um, I look at it from a macro perspective, looking at the big picture, looking at everybody and everything and how everything works together. And um, that's why I do things in the community, because um, it really helps. Oh, I told you about how I want to tell the folks on the panel and the folks out there in Streamland world how the political process. And I had a real situation on a bus stop where people were just like, really, like, there was one bench and maybe about 50 people. You had
Hmm.
old people, you had people going to work, standing out there for hours.
Hmm.
I took a picture and sent it, and I tagged the governor, the mayor, the politicians. I want to challenge us all to start doing stuff like that. When we see injustices, start holding these politicians accountable, especially these black ones. Now, Louisiana got a lot of black politicians down here. Start holding them accountable. If you see something in your community that is not fair to poor people or something like that, and they can do better, do it. Hold them accountable. You know, and that's all I want to say on that.
And before I go and introduce my brother Chaos, I want to say this. And on community solutions, and see, my brother and see, we talk about this. I know the ones that you're happy that Biden win, and you're having barbecues, you're jumping for joy and all that. And I'm gonna say this: this is the person that signed the 1994. Matter of fact, this is the person, and my brother Chaos, we talk about this. We talk about it on the Charles Faulkner Jr. I want you to go sub to Charles Faulkner Jr. too. That Biden is a second generation DC Democrat. This is the same person ain't did nothing when the Nicaraguan government that put drugs in our community. That Oliver North was a part of it. He was a part. He was one of the head of that committee. Ain't did nothing. This is the same person that when they was calling names of Reverend Jesse Jackson when he was running for president in '88, He ain't saying nothing about it. This is the same person that signed a 1994 bill to lock up black women too. I'm gonna put this black woman too. Yes, and but mostly black men for not lock them up black men for nothing. And it's very and I'm being nice tonight. Trust and believe. Chaos, you know, my brother Chaos, he knows what I'm talking about. I'm being nice tonight. But you got Kamala Harris that lock up black men and black women from their kids. And majority some of them had kids that was on disability. She just acknowledged that she gonna help out the Indians. And y'all wanna junk around that you win. Now, Trump, I get it. I get it. Anybody get it? I'm rich from New York, born and raised. I get it. But I would say this. The same way that you had all that energy to get Trump out, y'all better have all that energy. Oh, Chico. Y'all better have all that energy to make sure that our agenda be on the top. And that's all I'm saying. Because if I see that you hold it back, I don't care what age you are, I'm bombing on you. My brother, how you feel? Hello?
All right, I'm here at Underrated.
Hey, oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Before you continue, before stay right there, one few seconds. The Roger Report. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. I want you to go sub to the Roger Report. Great information. He stick up for our brothers. Information, man. Thank you so much for coming back. We had a powerful conversation earlier. The underrated afternoon talk. Once you do that, Roger Talk Live. If you want to get on the panel, that'd be very pretty. Shango, trying glad you're doing better. I want you to support this brother. Is Shango and Shango, I want you to come up here too because people don't know what's up with these flags and these different type of sexuality go on and everything. I want you to tell people what's going on. If you, it's up to you. So go ahead, Chaos. I'm gonna send a link so any brother that wants to come up, feel free.
you know, thank you, Roger, for donating to Underrated Darkness. The man, it's a good look, man, brother. Appreciate that. That's good. That's good. That's good. I tell you, Underrated, it was coming. It was coming. But it's funny. Before I noticed you went live, I noticed they unsubscribed me again to the channel. So you know what I did? I had the top bell. Let's see if they unsubscribe me. If not, I figure out the problem. But they need to stop doing this with the unsubscribe people from the channel. I don't know what's going on. They never did this a year ago. Now they're doing this now. But let me see what the topic you're talking about. Let me look. All right, mukbang. Yeah, that's a hard one. Underrated.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta know a definition because I'm not familiar with terminologies. A mukbang. Unless you want to give me a quick summary to refresh my mind if I let it click. Underrated?
It seems to be when people just sit and eat and talk. That's what I don't know if that's a Korean word or what, but that's what like the going thing. People just sit and eat and talk.
So in other words,
Like
people are just go ahead. Listen. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, yeah, if you type it into the YouTube search bar, you'll
Mhm.
pull up a lot of people with that. And they've got food in front of them, and they're eating and they're talking, like chopping it up, and while they eat. I don't know. I haven't done the research on what it means, but
Okay.
I believe that's
All right.
what it is.
All right. Well, that's good enough. That's all I need to know. Well, since we're chopping it up, and a lot of our black people are going to go back to sleep, underrated. I wonder how fast people are going to be so comatose after January, month of January. That's my biggest question.
I think that as long as people have um like folks who get things from this party, they'll go right back to sleep. People like me, I've been independent for 20 years. Um, I don't get from Republican. I'm too poor for Republican, and too middle class uh
For a Democrat?
for Democrat, which I'm not even really middle class. I just don't have any kids, so I'm not catered to. But um yeah, I don't win either, and it didn't matter who was in office. I'm gonna tell you something. The last president where I did all right, and a lot of black people ain't gonna like this, but I did all right under Clinton. I don't know if it was because it was before, uh, but then I was a working person. I was a working person. So, but
Okay.
for the most part, you know, I really don't win no matter who's in office, in regards to like Republican or Democrat, because I fall in that through the cracks, because I don't have, I'm not catered to on either side for either one of them.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm not sure if you want to go in detail why you do better than Clinton, but like I said, that's good. Um, I look
Well,
at it as
because
go
I
ahead.
was in California. I'm sorry, I was in California. If you want me to elaborate on Clinton, I was in California
Yeah, might as well.
and I
Go ahead.
worked, and it was at a time when California was affordable in the 90s. Um, I I I didn't know people who I did know. I lived in the hood, and I did know people who were in the underworld, underground economy, but
Mhm.
not very many. Most of us worked, and it was okay. We made it. Like, we didn't really feel the pinch of going to jail and stuff like that.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it all the way real with you. So
Mhm.
that's the last time that I kind of felt a little, and that was only a few. I think I came in on a tail end of the Clinton years, but that was the last time I felt okay, not prosperous, but okay. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Cool.
my thing is this that no matter who's in office, it's gonna be the same agendas that they try and push with different parties. It's like people playing wrestling and there's like a tag team match. All right, I was the Republican. Now I'm gonna tag you in. Come in for me. I mean, I feel that that's what's gonna go about in this country for the next 10, maybe 4 years. I could see parties switching very quickly. No one's gonna do full terms. I don't see it happening. You see, one thing I noticed with a lot of people, especially our people, they feel that in this country, the only people that should be president is people that's Democrat. And to me, that don't make no sense. Do you know that what I just discovered? There are limits to certain parties that could stay in office if they do more than 2 terms. After a while, they gotta switch and put what we call the other side. If we do two terms, if you're a Democrat or any party, which I didn't even notice that.
I didn't either, but now that you say it, I noticed this Democrat then Republican, Democrat then Republican.
Yeah,
So it is that doesn't make sense.
yeah, yeah. But to be honest with you, it in some way it does or it does not because my thinking, this is my thinking, because a lot of people say they side Democrats because they're going to get something from this party. I'm not sure what the hell they're going to get. They still haven't answered this question. Maybe in local office, maybe you might get something, possibly if you hold their feet to the fire. But in regards to this one sided party, our people will submit their will every year, every decade for 55 years now. I just don't see it. That's why I know the few black men that voted opposite, it's a very small percentage, but still the greater percentage still is black man, black woman voting Democrat, which that's their choice. But like I said, the logic to a lot of people today why they even vote for this election is they say this man's a terrible man. He's a racist. And I say, well, this country's built off racism. Are you aware of that? Yeah, but it's different. No, it's not different. How it's different? Because it's not in your face. I mean, the problem with civilization or uncivilization, people are too comfortable. That means you get comfortable, you get complacent, you get lazy. And I think our people are not uncomfortable to do what they should be doing to put us in a position.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Well, actually, they both, because I mean, what Ice Cube took his plan to the Democrats, they told him after the election. So we'll see if they're going to meet with him.
No, they're
But
not. They're not
yeah,
going to.
yeah, see that's the type of stuff that Black people need to look at, because when Tony Gill and I went line by line on each item of his plan, I didn't see
Mhm.
anything wrong with it, and I didn't see anything that they should have. But then, like I said, you know, it's a lot of our people. They don't think. That's the bottom line. They're emotional. They do not
Mhm.
think. They don't assess. What am I gonna get out of you? Like these other groups do. What are you gonna do for me?
Mhm.
Why should I vote for you? And that's the problem with us. We're emotional about things in regard, and instead of looking at things intelligently, like Ice Cube said, neither one of them really like us. So let's just keep it a buck. Who's
Yeah,
gonna give us what we want?
yeah,
That's how what it boiled down
yeah,
to.
yeah. But basically, what it is, because we are puppets. We
Yeah.
got we got to understand. Let's keep it real here. We are puppets. They know that we're not going to think for ourselves, because this is like I learned this from my late grandfather. He said, when you want to make a sandwich, right? You want two sides of the bread, right?
Mhm.
You cannot make a sandwich just a half a sandwich, right? Only unless, like, if you want to have a sandwich, you can. But you want a whole sandwich, you need two slices, right? So yeah, all right then. Life is about that. If you want it, you want it all. And the sad thing about it, we ain't gonna talk about how the Republicans already know how Republicans think about it, so we ain't gonna get into that. But the Democrat Party, what they have been done for centuries and centuries, I mean not centuries, I mean decades and decades, they just given us half a goddamn sandwich, and we've been accepting it. And what do you think they give us this time? I'm being nice tonight. On the radio, just be nice tonight. But they just give us a three-quarter sandwich with no mayonnaise, no meat on it, a dry ass sandwich, and just accept it. No substance, no nothing at it. And I know it's going to be some people just going to get mad when I said it, but it's true. So what we need to do, we got to make our own goddamn sandwich, and we got to present our own way, and we got to add on whatever that sandwich is and make it ours.
Yeah,
Enough is enough. That's the only way.
yeah.
My brother Sheed is back, man. You be hiding, bro. I'm just letting you know right now. You be hiding.
Hey man, I be moving, man.
I
I
know. I
gotta
just
go
messing with you.
pay a couple of bills. I'm in and out. Looking in the shadows, paying bills.
I
But
just
yeah,
messing. I
man.
just messing with you,
I,
man.
I know we be kicking it on it, but
Yeah.
yeah, man, it's crazy because like I told people, I voted Republican, simply because a lot of men were confused, and for the ones that actually were and were standing on something, that pushed the vote even more
Mhm.
because I know for a fact I wasn't dealing with Biden. I was gonna do the whole write-in um, Kanye or something like that. But you know, the Republicans needed to know that the black vote was serious, and we showed up, showed out.
Mhm.
So many men. I think it was what 17 to 19% voted for Trump.
It was eight. It was 18.
Well, 18 they
Yes.
voted for Trump. You got to
Right.
understand those are pretty much high numbers to a certain extent, and we have more men that was on board They could have hit that 25 that we really wanted to show the Republicans when you do deals now, you have to include us. Same thing for the Democrats. See, the Democrats knowing that this election was close. So
Mhm.
the tipping scale, if we get most men to be on one accord, you know, there's women out there as well that's following, but if all the women and the black men don't fall on the same path, so be it. The whole thing is what was done in this election is going to start with every election from now on. That whole thing with Lyndon B. Johnson is dead. You know, these men are not following these women for years like they did, or the system that we put in place for them. It's over. They
Mhm.
got to play ball with us now.
Yep. Mhm.
Yeah, well, it's like I was saying when when you slid out, the Democrats, I think, are appealing to women because of probably the subsidies. I think they're known for like the subsidies. Now, I like I said, you wasn't here, but like I was saying, I don't gain from really either side unless uh well, actually, I would gain from Republican if my business blew up. If my business blew up and I became uh uh get into that income stratification, then I would start seeing some profit from that. But I could look at it as an outsider looking in because I'm not a target for either party, you see. So I voted independent. And so I think that's what happened with the black vote. But I've seen a lot of on my Facebook timeline, a lot of, Biden, Harris, people are yay, this and that. So I ain't say nothing. I ain't say nothing. I just sit back and watch. That's what I do.
Yeah, I was the same way because ultimately, in the end, they did all they talking and clowning, and I put it out there that I voted for Trump. I didn't get too many rebuttals about it, but the whole thing of it is, like I told people from the jump, I wasn't one of those guys that was crushed about a woman or had and I don't understand most guys, just you're just gonna all of a sudden become a Republican. What are your standings? Why are you becoming Republican? Why are you becoming a conservative? Anything you want to throw out your rhetoric, why? And most guys can't stand on it. They will use the talking points from other streams, other news clippings, or articles they read, but this is the time for you to get your emotions out because that's what most men talk, emotion. So let it out. Let me hear your emotional standpoint on why you became a Republican and why did you vote that way. Because I told them what I stood for. I told them what I voted for. But when you come in with nothing but nonsense instead of facts, that's the thing I can't deal with most people doing that.
Yeah, we don't really look at the thing that we don't have an agenda together to bring to them and see who's going to give us what we need. A lot of our people are asleep. You give them their subsidies and they good. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about all that other stuff. Just am I going to get what I need? And instead of looking at the whole how we going to build and get better, in our communities and stuff, dilapidated and stuff like that. Uh,
It,
and people was offended because Trump was so outward, but a lot of what he said was true. Like when he went to South Central LA and he looked around, he said, y'all charging this kind of money for these rundown places. Well, it's the truth. And Miss Kamala, you in San Francisco, sweetheart, your city almost had a health crisis behind all the homeless people because people defecating and stuff on the street. I mean, that's not good. That's not good. If you can't run your city and you try to run the country, that ain't a good thing. I'm sorry.
yeah, and that's the thing. Like I talk about Tone Talk and Tariq, how they was moving that ADOS, and when they fell apart, it broke down the movement. And that was the biggest thing of I was concerned about because that kind of showed a lot of people interest to where they started looking at maybe this reparation thing was going to be something that was can be seen in our lifetime, but it slowly diminished when they had this whole argument of not wanting to put aside their differences to work as a team for the people. Ultimately they parted ways over just personal issues, whether it be because if you're solely for black people and for our people, I can shoot you, and at the end of the day, we need to work what's in the best interest. I you know I don't need to just have an issue with you because you shot. Yes, you shot me and you did something to me. Yes, but ultimately, if your goal is to do something to set aside your differences just for the cause. Look at Malcolm and Martin, how they had their own agendas, but they met up with each other to set aside, no matter what type of person you are, what type of person I am, we're both fighting for the same cause, you know. And together, both of them was like a scene to be unreckoned if they really actually started a jump ship of, as a collective of them joining together. But that was the thing that was slowly diminished because it was too much power between them two. They were big in numbers.
Yeah, well, I remember when the feud started between Tariq and Tony and Yvette. Um, it seemed as if it was like a something where they felt like Tariq was taking over the movement, but I felt like, well, no, not really. If y'all all support each other, then it's better. Black, we too competitive. We're too competitive, and we can't afford that.
He Yeah, because he was more, to me, Tone was selfish. That was his baby, that was his movement, that was his project. Just like I was telling guys the other day on Roger's channel, you know, I'm not gonna get 5 and 10 guys for us to sit down and collectively sit here and start a business and get an understanding how things are gonna work. No, I'm gonna go out there and start the business myself. Once you see the development off the ground, I can bring you in as a consultant to help me things and out. If you're not working out, you can go ahead and leave because I started this foundation. I set the rules. I set the standards. If I see someone that can work better than me, what Black Guru was telling a guy, if you have a Fortune 500 company and you're leaving it to your son, but his friend is a better supervisor or manager than you will take your son, put him in the back scenes as a CEO, get him his 5%, and let his friend gain total access of the company to where he can keep the company running. Do you want your child to actually run the company in the ground, everything that you created, or do you want that legacy to go on because this guy is a better steward, a better worker, or just in general know how to do the work better than your child? A lot of people won't admit, if they have something that they got that someone can do a better job, they don't want nobody to pull rank over them. And that was that issue. Even when it came down to Ice Cube, the first thing he did was bash Ice Cube about what he didn't know, and he was a celebrity. But when he sat down and talked with him, he was no different than the lady from Black Lives Matter. He wanted to work with him, but the first time you seen him, the first thing you did was slander him, you know, and that shows to where, even if this guy's not educated well enough to talk politics, you go out there and work with him. Just say you don't know what you're doing. Talk to me. I'ma help you. Just blunt out and say that versus you don't know what you're doing. Shut up. Basically what he was telling them. The same thing that the women told him when he went on different channels. You don't know what you're doing. You need to come talk to me. Just shut up and take the wheel, and I'll do this. No, this guy had a bigger push than every one of you guys in your platform. Work with him instead of try to chop him down.
Now, but Ice Cube actually, what people didn't know is Ice Cube sat down with a team of scholars in the Black
Exactly.
community to write the plan. And when we went through the plan line by line, me and Tony, I didn't see anything wrong with it. I didn't see anything in that plan that Black people should have been concerned about. But black people was so emotional about him going to Trump, but he brought out to them that, hey, I was gonna present the plan to both parties, but the Democrats said after the election,
Yep.
which basically is just, throwing giving you the middle finger.
Hmm.
So but our like I say, our people are we're emotional, and we think that because somebody don't show outwardly that they don't like you, that it's okay, everything is okay. I like my people. I like for people to let me know out front they don't like me. That makes it, that keeps it simple for me.
Yeah. I take that same heat with Trump. Trump lets you know what he is and what he represents from day one. A lot of people don't like what he stands for. Oh, he's racist. He's this and that. Okay, we got that understood. Biden, he's been doing this same thing for years. You never heard Biden at one time say, I'm sorry, up until he became the VP. Before that, he stood on it. He I think was his mentor died and did his eulogy, said he was going to keep on his legacy because he was a good man. The things that he represented was not of your stature of what you're trying to bring into America, unless you're sugarcoating and hiding your real true, side of what you're gonna try to bring back. This whole "Make America Great Again." He pushed that narrative, and they were mad that he actually were coming out just like that. We know what you're talking about. Most of these people are doing the same thing, just like Lyndon B. Johnson was talking about. I think it was a screen that Art and the Star was talking about where they played the video. He said, I can't say nigger no more. I use other words, including the things that hide the fact of me wanting to say this. Because we have to, work as a collective with these people, even though we don't like them and we have to deal with these people. You know, those were the terms that they try to use to try to sugarcoat because they can't say that, it's mean and it's frowned upon. And plus, we need their votes. We need them working with us because if the Republicans find out what they can do and get the benefits, then we lose every time.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. I think that there is a sector of our people that are becoming politically smart about things and starting to see that we're not really getting ahead. We're not getting ahead. You're starting to see other groups come to this country and stuff, and they get what they want, And we've been here, and it's like we gotta beg and grovel, and it's like, nah, this ain't good. This is not gonna work, you know.
Yeah, and there's situations where you have, a select few people who do make it. Their whole job is to keep everybody beneath them because they want to stay on top. You know, in most cases, you do have people that try to help bring people up. I have a friend that actually works with me dealing with stock and, just teaching me about certain things. I actually joined a group with him that he started, on the premise of me learning and being better at, just finance. That was something that was never taught to me at a young age. But my aunt, she owned her own corner store. She taught that to her daughters and her son. My cousin right now, it's amazing. This guy hasn't worked in 3 years. He worked a regular he worked a regular job at Home Depot. He left Home Depot, but he hasn't worked in 3 years. I think he worked for a total of 5 years or 6 years at Home Depot. He saved enough money to, as of right now, he hasn't worked in 3 years, hasn't even touched his 401k. He switched it over to IRU, what is they call them? IRA. But he also took his profit sharing that was in the company. He took that out, then carried that on when he quit, and all the savings that he had. He's real. He's one of the biggest misers I know. This guy, every time he got a raise, he lived off the same salary. For 5 years of getting raises at that company, he still lived off the beginning salary, and he was able to save enough money to right as of right now. He's still not working 3 years in. He said, "I get up and work when I want to." Like, who that has that luxury of just saying, "I don't want to do anything." This guy pays all his bills. He pays his car note. He pays utility bills, cell phone, insurance, all this stuff. And I'm looking at him like, man, what are you doing? Like the money's gonna run out. And he tells me I'm good, but his structure on how he handled his finances, most people would die if they kind of could save that type of money. They would literally die because they'll be burning a hole in their pocket. We come a society of people that need everything. I'm at fault for that. I buy unnecessary things sometimes. I got four wheelers right now, and it's crazy. I have just one for me and my wife and my two younger kids. My wife don't even ride them. I got one just in case somebody else want to ride. And it's just overspending for no reason. You know, I got three pickup trucks. I ended up selling one because the business was slow with me and actually doing my business. So I had to sell one, and I'm actually gonna sell another one just to go get another one. Just having them. I got the money. I can do it. It's just overspending. People don't know how to be minimalist and kind of live within their means. Everybody
Yeah.
wants to live more.
Yeah, I do. I know how to live within my means. I just have to kind of get away from I have to move from this state to another state to kind of get away from the whole that matrix that women get sucked into with family members where the family is in Louisiana might just be we might be unique in that way where people are really dependent and it seems as if everything falls on the woman. So I don't know if other states have that problem because I know in California people would never bother me about what their kids need. They just get out and get it. But here that's like a thing. So I'm gonna pack up and leave and see if I can make a better go of it. I was hoping that my business I could get some things done here, but it's a unique culture. And so that's the thing. I've known black people who've had very successful business. I knew a man that was standing in front of me at the hospital to pay his bill, elderly little frail man. Said he told his friend, I got $1 million worth of property to give my son, but he won't work. So it's like, I've known black people. I've seen black people like that. I've known personally black people who had a great deal of uh inheritance to give to their sons, but they just don't want to do it. So it's just layers, it's the haves and the have nots, and we
Yep.
got them with our people too. It's folk that got money here. They just like the Cardi B talking about the Birkin bag. What she should have did with 77 million followers, she should have been telling these young girls to get them some real estate. That's what she should have been doing. If you could spend $40,000 on a purse, sis, you better get you some apartment buildings because you know what? When this fallout from these evictions from this COVID hit, folk gonna be they're gonna be looking for a place. They're
Yeah.
gonna be because they're gonna lose their homes. They're gonna be looking for a place. But
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah. Because the crazy part, I know, like on the west side of Atlanta, it's a lot of elder people, and they always say that's the bad side, but it's done got to the point where more older people there, younger generations coming up. But older guy I know, I work with him. He actually took his parents' house and he was staying in that house. He don't have kids. He said he got nieces and nephews. He leaving the house to them. You know, I know an older white guy. This is crazy. This white guy is a millionaire, and he drives 18 wheelers. He said he just like to do it. It's just something for him to do. He said any if he stays at home, try to spend all his money or do whatever, he'll never spend all the money that he makes. He said, but he needs something to occupy his time so he won't go crazy. You know, this guy literally, his dad passed, gave him and his brother 200 acres in North Alabama. He took his 200 acres, live on 100 of them, and he kind of deals with like he actually sold Toyota a portion of his land to build a factory on. He has Purdue Chicken to come in and start a chicken farm on another part to where they have he has a couple that actually runs the farm for him, and he give them 60%. He take 40. He said as long as you run this farm, you'll always have somewhere to stay. All the bills will be paid because it's coming out of the money from the chicken company. And we can't do that
Mm-hmm.
with most of our kids because they don't want to run the farm. They want to go to the city, get the big lights. You know,
Mm-hmm.
our kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said a lot of kids. The information dies with the great grandmas and the parents because we're so infatuated with trying to live this happy and fun life was projected. Now I tell people I wish I could bring my great grandmother back and talk with her more. I dealt with her a whole lot, but if she would have came back, I would know so much more that I'm just researching now about my life and my family that it'll be spot on. But she's gone, so I have to put in the work for myself. That's why I encourage my younger kids to stay in touch with their great grandmother on my wife's side because I go ahead.
But
No, I'm
yeah,
just
go
I'm
ahead.
just saying,
No, no,
even
go
with
ahead.
that
I'll
lady,
wait.
she loves me, dying heart. I go over there, I hug her, talk with her. I call her my little girlfriend. I was like, man, because everybody calls her mama. And I tell her, I'm like, let's go hang out. I take her out. She even took me out to eat one day. She tried this whole vetting process of trying to see what type of man I was, before I married her granddaughter. You know, good old lady. But, it's just we losing that culture of trying to get an understanding where did we come from and what good are we going to do better for ourselves.
Yeah, well, I'm old enough to have grown up under that World War II generation, the people who grew up on farms and who had to really work really, really hard, and they bought that property and they had to go into neighborhoods that didn't want them, and the kids just lost the property. So I don't listen to people when they talk about gentrification because Big Mama's house was paid off, Papa's house was paid off, and y'all wanted to go over to the other neighborhood and get you a mortgage as opposed to keeping that house. So when they bought that house for pennies on the dollar and fixed it up, and then and next they just house by house they gentrified the communities because y'all gave it up. Y'all gave it up. They was dilapidated and stuff like that. You didn't just all you gotta
Mm-hmm.
do is go to Lowe's. Black people just all we want everything new and we don't want to work for anything and restore anything. We just want everything new. So, that's pretty much how
Mm-hmm.
that goes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this how this goes right here. Want me to tell you what I did? Huh? This how this goes right here. I'm gonna tell you what I did before this could continue. I had some brownies in the bottom. I put all around the bottom of the bowl. One side I put whipped cream, and the other side I put cherry. That's my own creation. That's how I do it. And black man, you could do the same thing too. You can even make this for your kids too. You can make this for your significant one too. Nice and easy. Even the food I made. That's good. That's good. That's good for the kids. Serious. That's man stuff right there. That's what all about with your hands. Head right here with your heart, with your hands. Creative. That's right. And I can tell you one thing: the dessert tastes doggone good. Y'all keep on. I just want to put it out there.
Yeah, so Chaos Rain left, but he was asking what a mukbang is, and I told him I really don't know. It just seems to be something where people just eat and talk. Because it's quite a few of them here on YouTube.
Yeah. Like I said, they usually go get this. So there are a few. There's a do make the stuff and they show it and they talk about. Excuse me. Hold on. Nah, excuse me. Yeah, there's some that they talk about the food. Then after that, they talk about a few minutes and stuff. But I put a twist on it. I make my own food, and then we just gonna talk. We talk about the food. But let's talk about let's talk about issues. You know what I'm saying? So I put my own spin on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I say about even with Art and Styles channel. You know, you come there to kind of see and guess who he's drawing, but in actuality, you come there and you get a bonus with the conversation. You
Hmm.
know, going in depth, trying to figure out things. Get an understanding and the clarity of what's going on right now.
Hmm. I had somebody tell me that a few months ago. Underrated. You should do it this way, it benefit that person, but it ain't benefit me. I gotta stay true to me. Do I need to tweak it a little bit? Yeah, but I gotta stay true to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I feel I'm original. Everything you see is original. You know what I'm saying? You don't see that many people do mukbangs and get their own stuff and cook it or make it and stuff. All this came out of my pocket. But I love our people, so I'm giving out Jews to help to create this and help to hopefully that in my own way can bring the nuclear family together. That's what I do. What I
yeah,
do.
and I also try to highlight a lot of things, dealing with family members because that you have those family members in most cases that don't have kids, but
Hmm.
they're great with kids. They have an
Hmm.
understanding that that it, they possibly didn't have a kids at those moment in time, but they actually work with other parents, family members, just dealing with kids, helping them out. That was my biggest thing. If it got to the point where I didn't have kids, I would have still, had my life insurance set up to where I can give some to my cousin or a play family member or something like that that was deemed worthy. Because just like I told my wife, and she kind of get mad at me every time I say that I'm not leaving my life insurance to her to, pretty much split up or divvy who she deems worthy or needs this money and that money, because she could ultimately just take 20,000 and split it amongst my kids and keep all the rest for herself, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's what
But
happened to Easy E. I don't know the business like that, but what I do know is that his oldest children, that wasn't by her, they don't seem like they got their share of the money. Cause he had a lot
yeah,
of children, and then he had millions of dollars, even when he was cause he has publishing and things on a lot of those records, and there's no reason why his oldest children should have been suffering like that.
Yep.
yeah,
So, so that's very, estate planning is very important. I had mine set up to go three ways between my siblings, but you could also set it up to where you go to certain charities you like or whatever. If you like certain um, what people are doing that are doing the right thing in the community, you could set it up to where they get a portion of it on your percentages. You can do percentages as well.
yeah. But that's even with a trust. I've been researching more into trust now because I've been talking to a lot of guys telling me to get a trust instead of a will, because with the trust is the courts more or less won't have to be involved as much, you know. And that's one of my biggest things. Like I told my wife, I know you're a good person and I know you got a good heart. I say, but at the same time though, I want them to get what I want them to have, not what you think they should have. Whether you want one child to have 100,000 or you want one child to have 10,000,
Hmm.
that's at your discretion. But if I deem them to have so much money, then they gotta have it. And like I always tell her, my biggest thing is when I do that, it's gonna be predicated on, the way things are going before I die, because I'm always updating things to make sure, because like I say, I buy a lot of stuff. So when it comes down to it, certain things I'm putting in the wheel to where even if I have a comic book collection, I'm putting that in the wheel. I don't
Hmm.
want to leave chance to anything to where people be fighting over the stuff. Of course, like
Hmm.
I told my wife, majority of the stuff that we have most likely is gonna be paid off, you know. And even if something is not paid off before I pass, I'm gonna make sure she has enough money to take care of herself.
Right.
Yeah,
It's not a lot of men out there like you. It's a lot of women out here suffering with their kids. Uh,
yeah,
yeah, I don't recommend to young women to have the kids first because I've had a couple of men try to tell me, oh, you gotta have. No, I don't. You gonna marry me? Do you work? How much are you worth? I'm like the white girls on that. Listen, I'm not finna go beg nobody for no government cheese. We gonna do this or not? But it's not a lot of men that set up stuff for their kids or stepkids.
But
yeah.
yeah, but I can tell you this. Now, but I will say this, Leslie. It is brothers out here doing it, but you're not going to hear it. But there are
It's rare
brothers that's
though.
doing it. It's rare, but their brothers is doing it because I know some for a fact are doing it right now. They my age that they kids right now, and some of them is my god kids. They set up. They set up, and then he said, "This how I want it, and this how it's going to be." Because if there are brothers that's doing it, you just don't hear it.
I guess it comes down to also women being lucky. Like if you pick lucky because I've seen men start off good, oh you married this that and the other, and then it go downhill and then stay downhill. It's not an up and down cycle. It's like they go down and they kind of just stay down. And she just she's her and the kids just suffer. But it's real commendable because it's not very many um you know that think like that to leave an inheritance.
Yeah, that was during the vetting process. They actually didn't vet long enough to for them to actually take that mask off. And that's in most cases. You know, a lot of people they end up keeping that mask on even through marriage. They kind of keep the mask on until one day everything you just like the sky fell out. You be like, "What's this?" Hey,
Yeah.
hey, underrated. Your
Yeah.
your mic on. You scraping up that bowl. You scraping up that bowl.
No, 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 I spilled something, man. It's my fault.
Oh, oh, okay. I was about to say you was tearing that ice cream up or whatever you was eating. But yeah, when it comes down to it, like even with me having kids, like it wasn't that they were all the way planned, but once I got married, that wasn't my main goal to have kids. Like I didn't have kids to probably after I want to say over 5, 6 years of me being married. Like no, close to about 5 years before I had my twins with my wife. Because like I told her that we wasn't ready pretty much. We was in a apartment living in decent, and we was making good money, and I was making real good money. I actually slowed down from making as much money when I got with her due to the fact that I wanted to be around her more because I was single. I was working crazy hours, doing like 2 and 3 jobs. Like I worked when I first met my wife, I was doing promotion. So I was always at the clubs, going to different events.
Were you trying to say something?
Can you hear me?
You broke up a little bit there.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, it was crazy because I was doing promotion and stuff, and she was always thinking that I was partying and stuff. And basically, I told her, I said, this is my job, and she was like, "Oh, you a party animal." But when I showed her like the checks I was making, and she was like, "Dang, you make all this from just going to clubs?" I was like, "Yeah, this is my job." And she was like, "Oh, I thought you were just going there having fun and messing with women, stuff like that." I said, "I did all that in my younger days. Like I was getting in clubs and I was like 17, 18 years old, sometimes even 16 in most cases. So I lived that life. By the time I turned 21 and was able to get in bigger clubs, it no longer interests me. So that played out. It was more along the lines of making money, which made me want to, go to the clubs just to make money doing marketing and promotion.
I don't meet too many men now who interested in hustling, illegal hustling.
Oh
It's a
yeah,
lot of And even some other men are talking about it. So I'm not male bashing. Other men are talking about the laziness. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's like, and then that's not appealing to women for to have a child by somebody like that. 'Cause all that means is that you're gonna have a hard life. You're gonna have to do it yourself. You're gonna have to fall on your family and stuff for that. But it's not very
Yeah.
many of them that are out there hustling like that. Even I took a guy to there's a jobs here in Louisiana, welding jobs that pay like 3 grand a week, and I took him from Georgia to here, and he got on the interview, he got the job, but then he was still calling me about what he needed, and I'm thinking to myself, "Are you kidding me?"
Oh,
Yeah, I'm here. I think we lost him.
you lost them? Oh, shoot. We
Yeah, I
lost them?
think so. Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah, he probably driving stuff like that. Yeah. So you see the dessert? Huh?
Yeah, it looked good. Yeah, uh-huh.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, what's going on? Information man. Welcome, woman of the past. You haven't been here in a while. Like I said, it was a very powerful conversation earlier at the underrated afternoon talk and everything. Also, we at the underrated Mulkbang 7. With earlier was Ebo Sosa. I want you to subscribe to him. Also, we had Community Solutions. Also, my brother Rashid, and the donations that you have given. Thank y'all so much. Be greatly appreciated. And also, I do have a cash app. It's some $ J capital JT 53000. Also, I have a PayPal account. It's paypal.me, and that's all in cash. JT Black 53. So if you it's up there on the screen. If you want to donate, feel free. Go ahead, donate. Support your interests. Um, we got community solutions. But to go more I would say this that we need to invest like in trust and other things for our people. And I think that needs to be because like what I was seeing of the family when my father passed away, it wasn't really nothing there. It was nothing but bills, and it was like people. I was like, I should have get this, should have got that, and it was a mess. It was really the mess. And then my father was married before he met my mom's, and we need to get this. I said, "Man." So I said, we ain't see your like for a long time. So now you want something like so it's a lot and everything. I think that we need to invest that in our family, but at the same time make money out of it and make sure that the money recycle back in our community. And I think that's sometimes I think that's the missing component that we don't really talk about. Make sure the money recircle back like A.G. Gaston. Now people say, who A.G. Gaston? He's one of the first, I believe, black billionaire. He started off like selling, like working the funeral home, and throughout the years, he make a lot of money, and plus he has served 7 presidents. A.G. Gaston, look him up. I'm trying to tell y'all, he passed away in '96. Yeah, he served under 7 different presidents. Nobody don't like talk about him. And I believe he was originally from Alabama. And yeah, I read about him like years ago. I said, man, why do people? As a matter of fact, I think the last president he served was, believe it was Jimmy Carter. I think. Don't quote me for that, but yeah, he also back in the civil rights movement. I'm talking about the earlier stages, like in the '50s. He helped he built a hotel. So the brothers and sisters was part of the civil rights movement. So they could stay in the hotel. He helped funded, many things for our people. Yeah, AG Gaston. Look him up, y'all. Nobody don't talk about him, but he did a lot. He did a lot for our people. He really did in his own way and stuff. He invests very well. You know, and that was unheard of. Like when he was coming up, that was very unheard of. You know, yeah, AG Gaston, man.
Yeah, the name sounds familiar. I'll look it up again, but I might have read about him years ago when I was heavy reader in biographies. But yeah, the name sounds familiar. Nowadays, people can just Google, but I had to. My era, we had to read. We had to go to the library and read.
Yeah, and I think that spaces like this, we need to talk about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We need to like get a book or something, or get a paragraph. Let's read a paragraph together. Get on the panel. Take just a few of us, get on the panel, read a paragraph together, or do a chapter, and let's discuss about it. And then at the same time, the people in the chat is being tuned. I think we should do like homework assignments like that. So us as a people, we could be as one. I'm thinking about really doing that too. Like sometime next year, I want to
Yeah,
do that. I want to do that. I really want to do. We'll pep and say, yo, you didn't have to get the book. I say, borrow a book or audio stuff. We read a chapter. Get certain people on the chat. Not a lot of people in the panel, but maybe like three or four or five. Read a chapter and we just engage in it, and then maybe it could be the next week or the following week and stuff. And same people engage. Like the people, I don't want to join and stuff. No, you got to be a chat. You just what you got to do. You know, yeah.
well, underrated. I'm gonna check on out of here. Gonna slide on out
Okay,
of here.
okay.
So,
Last
very good
remarks,
show.
please. Last remarks, please.
Yeah, just my people just do our research on our politics and get involved in what your community needs. Start making demands on your politicians and your local politicians, your community. Many of us have a lot of local black politicians that represent our district. You see stuff that needs to be done, start asking them, start holding them accountable. Hold them accountable. Take pictures. Y'all got these cell phones. Take pictures and just start doing. I did a little thing. I just snapped a picture. I was disgusted. I snapped a picture and I just tagged the governor, the mayor, my local politicians, the people who were running for office, and they fixed it. Like maybe within a week, they fixed it and they stopped that mess about making with the Baton Rouge with the long times because people, if it's already bad, people are poor. You got essential workers trying to get to their job, and then you make them stand there and wait, and then you send buses that are not in service. That's not fair. So we have to start just holding these folks accountable and stuff. They want our votes, then you need to work for it. You need to work for it. Like we have to work for our money, let them work too. And that's my final note, my closing remarks.
Okay, all right. Community solutions. Thank you.
Okay, dear. We'll chat later.
Definitely.
All right, bye.
Bye bye. Now, I will say this that's an excellent point that community solutions have. Now we know that we got a new president coming within a month and a half or 2 months and a half, whatever you call it. Got to make our mark, people. We still under the eight ball as a people, and then that's nothing but facts. Black man, we gotta unite. Let me put this hashtag up that I made earlier. Woman of the past, stay right there. Thank you. Appreciate you. You always been there. Greatly appreciated. Information man, thank you. Appreciate you. And the ones that oh man, this is hate when they do like that. Okay. But the Roger report, thanks for the Um, Thanks for the donation and Evil Sosa. Thank you so much. Hold on, y'all. Black man, let's get our own weight up. That's it. Black man, let's get our own weight up. Very important. And like you said, woman of the past says, peaceful and stay alert. That's it. So on behalf of my channel, The Underrated Darkness, that's my channel. Yours truly, the underrated one, the number one queen. This is the Underrated Mulkbang 7. Um, Thank y'all so much. Again, thanks to Roger Support, the Roger Report Live for donation. Thank you, Ebo Sosa. Also, thank you very much for everybody in the chat. Thank you for your participation. It is greatly appreciated. Trust me. Without y'all, the underrated will not, the underrated, the number one grinder will not exist. Will not exist. So I want to thank all of y'all. I appreciate it. And we on the righteous ones. We on the move. We on the move. Be safe out there. Please travel safely. Time is now. Let's stick together. Good night. On this one, Ghost.